Welcome back, little Smokies. We've got a special treat for you guys today. We're going to be reviewing some fun Reddit stories we found, and hopefully it'll start your week off right. Or if you're catching us after we posted on that Monday morning, then hopefully it starts whatever day off or evening off right for you. Either way, welcome back, and let's get into it. That was it. Okay.
Ask me what I am.
What are you other than incredibly loud?
I'm a slurry plane.
A slurry plane? Well,
That's what it's called. I've never seen them in real life, and I saw one. It was so close to the office. It rattled the building.
and what do they do
Dump water.
other than rattle buildings?
They dump water.
Well, welcome back, everyone. That was a little bit of an interesting intro. Simone said she had a surprise intro, and
Have you seen
lo
one
and
in real
behold,
life?
did I know that it was a slurry plane? No. But yes, I live in Nevada. The fires out here are ridiculous.
When I say the word slurry, what's the first thing that comes to mind? That's
I'm
appropriate.
gonna be honest. What? What comes to your mind that isn't appropriate with the word slurry? Please do tell.
No, not me. You're the one that's always inappropriate. I was just.
In this moment, I had nothing. I was gonna say a Slurpee. It makes me think of a
Oh,
Slurpee,
okay.
not.
I think of baking soda and water, a slurry like that you put in your mixture.
Oh, yeah, like a thickening. Yeah, okay. Well,
Proceed. Welcome back, everybody.
so we tried the science thing. What do you guys think? I know Simone was wanting to do that. I'm not sure if we got scientific enough, but
There you go.
we'll keep it our videos classified as whatever it is and not science for now.
Not factual.
No. But we do have something really fun to do today.
What?
It's not
Oh.
crime oriented, or at least I don't think. I have not reviewed some of these. What we're about to watch, what we're about to read are some Reddit, like, am I wrong or am I overreacting stories?
Yeah,
Which
I'm so excited.
I thought this would be fun for us to do. I do say that there was nothing criminal, but I mean, we could start reading some of these and it could go south. So there's that. But as far as I know,
It's a risky move.
not dark and twisty. Yeah. Well, I mean, I at least was going for like interesting titles. There is one about, well, we'll get there. But I'm going to be reading these real time live. And we thought it would be fun if you guys could get our reactions to some of these stories. But, we'll see if you guys like it. And if you do, comment down below, like, subscribe. Thanks for the returning people.
Yeah.
And the new subscribers.
Yeah. Woohoo. Woohoo. Oh. Woo.
That's not on the. Okay. So I feel like we go through this at least.
That was me throwing
every other podcast.
No, I was throwing I was throwing imaginary confetti.
Oh, okay. Because most of the time you're doing this, trying to get the computer to do things that it doesn't do in this app.
It's okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with story number uno.
Oh no.
And it is, am I overreacting? My girlfriend is cheating? ? So I guess this is a question.
Am I overreacting? My girlfriend is cheating.
Are you taking notes?
No,
Oh. Okay, I was like, what is happening
I was
right
just
now?
making sure.
I can't see you when I'm reading this.
Oh, okay. Yes. I forgot. You even told me that.
You're going to have to carry the video portion of this right now.
Well,
dude.
you're still.
It's all on you, no
you're
pressure.
still on video, so you should be more aware of your face.
How should I be more aware if I can't? What's your logic? It defies
Gravity.
normal people. What?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so am I overreacting? My girlfriend is cheating, question mark, or it was a typo. We'll find out. So this dude, 26-year-old man, and his girlfriend, 24-year-old female.
Okay.
She has been incredibly cold and distant lately.
That's
She recently started a new job with the graveyard shift. Okay. I should approve these. Because the way people write,
graveyard shift.
with the graveyard shift. So, like, is she working the graveyard shift, or is she working with people from the graveyard shift, but they're not working the graveyard shift? The way things words matter.
Sounds like
everyone.
something
They
I would
really
write.
do. Well, no, there's not like completely missing things. Just,
Whatever.
Your typos sometimes are pretty incredible. But at any rate, she's working with the graveyard shift. And that took us to Seattle. What? And her to Texas for a few weeks.
Oh, wait. Took them to Seattle and her to Texas. So did they move to Seattle and then she went to Texas?
I'm going to assume so. If you can make sense of this, great. You've at least got me farther than my reading did. So,
Oh, you missed the airplane.
we shared our locations to ensure we're safe. Oh, well, that makes sense because I've done that when I travel for work and stuff. I share my location with my husband. I mean, I guess he could send the authorities to find my body in whatever ditch is marked.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, I think that makes
So-
sense.
During this time and a few weeks after, I noticed she had been constantly texting, claiming it's for her group project. Oh, here we go.
Is she in school?
Well, you don't have. You can have projects at work.
Oh, I guess it's
Are
just
you
like a
saying-
weird way to say it. When people say group project, it takes me back to high school when you had to like work on the science experiment together.
Oh, well, we're on projects all the time at work.
I know. Go ahead.
Okay, so they said a few days later, I attended my best friend's wedding across the country, and I noticed she isn't answering my calls. She says she's out with her work friends at an arcade. Believable, I guess. I asked her for a group photo to put faces to a name. Okay.
I would do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
To like account for things, or
No, not to account for things. I like to put people's names to their faces.
Okay. Well, he said she refused.
That's weird.
Later, viewed her location at 8 a.m., which is about 5 a.m. for where she was, apparently. And it shows her chilling at a beach. Very peculiar behavior. I check in later that day after my best friend's ceremony, and it shows her at a cafe the rest of the day. When I see her again, she is constantly texting and being very cold and distant to me.
Okay, how long have they been together for?
I don't know. Let's see what else he has to say here. So he says, I texted her brother to see if she's seeing anyone new. He says she's not that type of person. I believe him. She then goes for a hike for some alone time. I call her during this time. Well, okay. If somebody says that they want to go somewhere
But
for
is
alone
she
time, I
still
feel
in
like,
Texas taking alone time? Because that's alone time. What is she taking alone time from? Him?
well, probably this person who's annoying her. I don't know at this point. He kind of annoys me, but let's see. I call her during this time. She is unusually quiet and in a rush. We chat about our day for about 30 seconds, how she's going to her grandparents, and before I say I love you, she hangs up. The treachery. I later see her drive to a restaurant, then back to the hike, then her grandparents. Gee, can we just... Did you watch the whole time?
Yeah, that's
My
like, is
guy?
he not working or?
What? And like, why not just go with her at this point? Like, you're just watching the whole. Okay, this is
Well,
a
they
little.
live in
Okay,
different
let's see.
states.
Or she's visiting in a different state. It doesn't matter though to just like watch her where he's like, yeah, I know exactly what order she did things and all of those like. So he points out that it's completely opposite directions, almost like she's dropping someone off.
Yes, I would say that too.
Probably. But I see her later at night and I asked her what's going on. She's silent. I tell her I know she's been seeing another guy and the story. Well, I guess she's in town then at this point. Okay. She lies and lies, but then she says, I'm scared. Those words destroyed me. What? Oh, God. Okay.
This is getting what?
Let me
Why
make sure
is
this
she?
isn't the story.
Why is she scared? Is she being stalked?
Yeah, what is this? Oh, well, yeah, by her boyfriend who's like tracking her every move. Like, what is happening? I those words destroyed me.
It's very dramatic.
I asked for a break as I process things. Immediately after this happens, I notice her location driving around, but her car is still near my apartment, meaning someone picked her up.
Yes.
It was later revealed that out of all her friends, she explicitly contacted this new guy, the guy she was hiding. I was heartbroken. After a few days later, more level headed, I asked her about all of this. I stated how it seemed like she was cheating. She cries out, he's just a friend. You never let me have guy friends. How did you figure this out? I will always wait for you. What? Okay. That went in a completely different direction than I thought it was going to go. Like, what? To be clear, she has plenty of guy friends and I'm okay with them. I'm so bewildered and feel betrayed. So I sent her home again to process. Wait, you sent her home?
Like a
you sent her
dog.
home? I don't understand. What?
Cool.
Yeah, I really don't like the way this person at least articulates themselves. Like, this is terrible. Instead of reassuring me, she defends herself. Well,
of
I mean,
course.
are you coming at her though?
Yeah.
I'm not excusing it, but
You've just told
edit.
her that you stalked her location for an extensive amount of time as well. So
yeah, like, were you honest with her about that? Because I'd be kind of freaked out at
yeah,
that point.
be
Like, I'm sorry,
"Ugh."
what? Even if my husband did that, I'd be like, any particular reason why you just had the find my
Sitting there
location
watching
thingy
it,
open? Like, just watching
eating
me
snacks.
try.
Mine would be really
I'm home a lot.
yeah.
so-
Mine would be really boring to watch. Like this bitch is still at home. Still.
Yes, I'm just sitting there. It's like she hasn't. Somebody, we need a. What is
A
that?
wellness check.
A wellness check. Yes, somebody sends the authorities out immediately. But there is an edit at the bottom of this. So after that, that's where it ended.
What?
Right? She's instead of reassuring me,
That's where
she
it
defends
ended?
herself. Am I overreacting? Is what they ask. And then they said, edit. She admitted that she's not with a group, but with this new guy at the arcade and the beach. And she was with the new guy on the hike for quote unquote alone time.
Yeah, she's
where
cheating.
we both shared location.
She cheated.
Sharing location was her idea. Okay.
Cheater. She's a cheater.
Yeah. So let's just get a couple things out of the way. This individual is trash.
Which one?
Clearly she cheated.
Oh.
What?
Well,
both,
he
I guess.
has some toxic issues watching her location like that.
Yeah, it's a little
Both
excessive. Even if
sides.
it was her idea. Like, oh yeah, well, she said it was okay to literally stalk her, so I did.
No,
Hmm.
he seems weird
Yeah,
too.
I don't like that. Okay. So, are you overreacting? About whether or not she's cheating, no, she for sure is. She for sure has already lied to you, right? Because originally she said she was with a group and then she was having alone time on this hike, but then says no, it was with a singular individual. Well, okay,
That's
then.
a lie.
You know, she get the lie detector test out immediately.
Fail.
However, the means in which you went about obtaining this information
Yeah, that's not
is
cool.
incredibly questionable, and I would recommend you seek some counseling, sir.
Yes.
Doubtful that they will see this, but
Well, I have
yeah,
like
that's my
questions
recommendation.
though. So if
Okay.
I had follow-up questions, how long have they been together for? That's what I would like to know.
Here's what I can do. I can scroll down in the comments and see if the original poster commented on anything that people,
I would.
They did make sure to say that the location sharing was a two-way street. We decided to turn them on before our trips to ensure we were safe. Yes, but here's the thing. Again, she agreed to turning on the locations for the trip, not so when she came back into town, you could track her and, like, you know what I'm saying? Weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I'm not saying it's wrong that you didn't shut it off. I mean, it's one thing to just like leave it on, fine, but you were actively using it. That's just so weird.
And like so close to monitoring it. So weird.
So this one person commented, not overreacting. In my opinion, she seems sus. Why would she need to hide from him if she has plenty of guy friends? And the original poster said, this is exactly my thought process and what my friends said. Yes. And I'm also super shocked that you have friends with the way that like, did you not talk to them about what you were doing at this time?
I don't know.
all of
People
this?
do crazy things when they feel like they are getting cheated on.
Okay. So, recent development, you guys. We took a conversation offline last podcast about loved ones because are you all right? Everything okay over there?
I saw a fly.
A little fly.
I saw a fly. It was like, I was just watching it.
I see one side of your face droop. We're gonna have to shut this down, and I guess we'll just pick this up at a later time. Okay, so you had asked if I considered you a loved one.
I did, and you said no.
You did.
You never answered the question, actually.
Technically, yeah. See, you're over here saying that I. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
What?
I was just changing my light. So sorry.
Well, we did decide that Simone would be considered a loved one of mine.
Yes.
And so I made an attempt to try and find an identification card for her, which they do not make. So if you guys have any ideas around, getting one of those made, I'd like a little laminated identification card for Simone that says official loved one.
So I can make
no other information.
So I can make
just that.
I can make choices. For you.
Yes, for anybody. She just oh, yeah, don't associate any other names to it. You could just put Simone on there.
I'll expect something in the mail. Thank you.
Okay, so that's our first story. So yes, if that was a question, yes, your girlfriend is cheating, and if you're overreacting, not about that, but about just reevaluate your life. Talk to someone, seek help.
Do better.
Yeah. Maybe your next relationship, don't share locations, and
that's a risky little move.
So this next one, this is the one that I said, like, I'm not sure if any of these have any criminal things. So this is one that may or may not. I don't know. Am I wrong? I possibly ruined a student's life. Very
okay.
Dramatic.
Yeah.
Like ruining someone's life and a student? Like, oh God.
You didn't read this before? I'm nervous.
I'm starting to think now maybe I should have. Thanks for that.
Okay, go ahead.
We've got this nice little part here though, so I can cut it out if something comes up here that's questionable. But this person says that they ruined a student's life, so it's like
probably a teacher, or it could be a student.
Oh God, yeah, first line. Okay, well we'll dive in here. 29 male high school history teacher.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Might have unintentionally ruined a student's life.
Okay.
Here's what happened.
Do you remember your...
Okay, also, you're a high school teacher. You're a teacher, so I expect this to be better written than the last word vomit we just read.
God. Do you remember your history teacher's name?
No. Also, I had multiple because every year it changed and stuff. You also didn't leave school when you ditched, so...
Fine, go. Proceed.
Did you have just one history teacher?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Oh, no, in high school. What up, Mr. Lambertson?
Look at how far she's come.
We've made it. Okay, sorry.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
You find out they retire after this airs. They're like, oh God, this just isn't for me, man. Okay, so this is where it starts. Despite being 29, I look much younger.
Oh
Oh
God,
God.
this is gonna be
I, sh-
bad.
I should have read
I
this.
should have.
Oh God, let me get ready. I don't want to laugh too hard and chapped lips, you know? Okay, so I look much younger. When I started at the school, many teachers mistook me for a student. Hmm. Did you never go to like any of the meetings or anything? And like, okay. I feel like you guys would have come into contact with each other before, right?
You would think.
I don't know. I don't I'm not a teacher, so this still happens occasionally with new teachers. Oh. So you were a new teacher? I definitely would be going to the, you know, group events, but okay. Over the years, I've had female students develop crushes on me, which for some reason only intensified after they learned I'm gay. Oh. Well, twists and turns all over the place. I tried to ignore it as it was mostly harmless.
That was not where I thought this was going. So
Yeah, oh good. I love this next part coming up.
good.
This year, however, a student, let's call her Katie. For these purposes, let's not.
Yes, let's.
Great. Has made me extremely uncomfortable.
Oh,
It starts
no.
with her asking personal questions like, are you married? And how old were you when you lost your virginity? Oh,
I could say that I've never asked a teacher that question. Or
well, that's
Yeah.
great. And if you had, I'd hope you wouldn't be admitting that here.
why? This is a safe space, Katie. This story's written about a Katie.
It's the internet. It is the absolute opposite of a
well,
safe space.
I see now that your name's actually used in the story. So, did you have any gay history teachers?
I cannot with you right now. Okay. Okay.
Should have
So
changed your name. Nobody would have known. You're the only one reading it. You put it out there. All right, go ahead, Katie.
let me tell you about my story. Okay.
Asking for a friend.
So yeah. Just this last one was during oh God, I should have pre-read these. This last one was during a sex ed class I was subbing for. She also brought me gifts and flirted openly in class, which I tried to ignore. Things worsened when Simone became very rude to my boyfriend.
She
Blake.
was mean to his boyfriend?
Yes, Blake, who was also a teacher at the school.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Okay. Can we take you guys are keeping it in the family or whatever,
so
right?
recap. Blake and this teacher are teachers.
Mhm.
This girl is mean to the teacher's boyfriend, Blake. Continue.
Yeah, because she's into
What's his name?
him. He did not provide that. at
Let's
this
call
point,
him
so we'll just call
Bob. Bob and Blake.
Really? Okay. Well, there's that.
Thank you.
Okay, so Katie was rude to Blake, who's also a teacher at
That
school.
bitch.
She was disruptive.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
I cannot with you.
I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
I can't see you because I'm reading this, and I had no inkling that was coming at all.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my
Start
God.
Start that sentence over.
You got it, dude. So she was disruptive, made sarcastic comments, and oh, it does sound like me, and openly challenged his authority.
Ooh.
When Blake and I got engaged, her behavior escalated, leading to multiple visits to the principal.
Ooh, girls in trouble.
She's naughty. Mhm. Katie began showing up everywhere. Oh God, everywhere.
Ooh.
I went outside school, grocery store, dog park, mall, gym, theater, and even at restaurants
She's a
with Blake.
stalker.
It was unsettling. yeah, dude, this lady's crazy.
It's not
or
a
girl, or
lady, it's a
whatever.
girl. She's a baby. Get her some milk.
Lock her up.
She
I need you to calm down, ma'am. This is a Wendy's, okay?
She
So
Okay, good.
so after Blake and I married, we learned this is the person talking. So after Blake and Bob married,
Yes.
they learned that a girl matching Katie's description tried to crash their wedding and was turned away.
Ooh, girl.
That deepened Bob's concerns about the behaviors.
Yeah.
Mhm. So the breaking point was finding a notebook with disturbing content left on a table.
What
It belonged to
table?
Katie and contained explicit stories about me and her, Bob and her, including scenarios where my husband dies in horrific ways.
Ooh. Ugh.
Dude. Also, yeah, where was the table? Like at school? Like she left it knowingly on the table at
Probably.
school?
She
Or
sounds
like
like she's a little
she sounds like she's crazy.
cuckoo.
It could be his own kitchen table.
Yeah. Yeah. Stalker.
To be fair. Okay, so it says Bob took the notebook to the principal. Okay, it was at school. Then we could have just
We could have held our
Uh,
questions till the end.
maybe we'll
Yeah.
do that moving forward. So Bob took the notebook to the principal and detailed everything that happened. Katie's parents were called and she was removed from the class and assigned to only female teachers.
Wow.
Can you do
I
that?
don't think so. Maybe Katie likes girls too.
What if you don't? What if it's only? Well, no. Okay. Well, that's not where I was going with that. I was just thinking, like, what if they don't have enough female teachers
Oh,
in certain subjects?
I don't think you can do that.
I asked for no expulsion or charges. I just wanted her to get help, which her parents agreed to, and she was being put in therapy. However, we live in a small town and word spread. Katie developed a reputation as a stalker and weirdo among the students. She is facing severe bullying, both online and offline. It had got to the point where her parents had to withdraw her from school because she was jumped by a group of. Well, Jesus. You guys. I mean, she might be a little crazy, but you don't know how to beat her up for it. Like, what? I mean, if the dude who was being stalked doesn't want to beat her up for it, let it go.
Right.
To make matters worse, we have a student with oh, I get it. It's just a typo. I'm sorry about that. A decent following on TikTok. And she posted about the situation, leading to even more online harassment toward Katie. Katie eventually had to delete her social media accounts. Well, that's probably for the best. Social media is trash. I feel terrible. I never intended for all this to happen. And then they edited this and said, for those who wonder how it got leaked, it was likely leaked by two female teachers known for bad-mouthing students behind their backs. Oh, well, that's great. These two are honestly no better than the students and I swear never grew up out of the mean girl phase.
Damn.
No, mean girl phase. So, I mean, okay, so are you wrong? Is he wrong?
No. I don't think he was wrong in
No.
reporting it because she sounded like she was doing some cuckoo banana things.
She does need help, right? She's a young girl. Like, she needs help. If it's not addressed, then she's going to turn into an adult who's
stalking people. But those mean teachers
Yeah.
shouldn't have said anything. They should be in trouble.
Yeah, that's a whole separate scenario. Are they
Yes.
wrong? Absolutely. I think, honestly, the way this teacher handled it, as long as it went down obviously this is only their
Yeah.
version, but the way that they described it, it sounds like they handled it incredibly
Yeah.
well. You know, I would not probably have handled it that well. So
Me either.
that was kind of a crazy, wild ride.
It was.
I should have proofread these. We have a few more. Some of these are a little bit shorter. That was a longer one that we had. But this one is an Am I Overreacting? Because I really thought Am I Overreacting or Am I Wrong stories were really intriguing.
So far, yes.
Oh, this one's a relationship one. Oh gosh. Okay. So, am I overreacting if my husband cheated thinking I also cheated and I can't get over it?
Okay, start it over.
You want me to repeat that?
Yes, just the last sentence.
That's all I've said so far. Okay. If my husband cheated thinking I also cheated and now I can't get over it, am I overreacting?
So he thought she was cheating, so he cheated.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
gathering from it, but let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what this says, shall
Yep.
we? Okay. So oh, well, I don't like the way that this is opening up. Sorry if this doesn't make any sense.
Did you say that, or
It's
they
my
did?
first time posting here. No, that's what they have
Oh,
us
I
post
thought you
here.
were preferencing
It starts
the
no.
story.
So just letting you all know this is likely going to be another trashly, poorly written
At
thing.
least they're working
It's my first time posting here.
through their feelings, Katie.
Okay. Well, you're here for the empathy. I'm here for not that. So this person's 35 male husband and this person, 33-year-old female, have been married for over 12 years.
Okay.
They have 2 kids, both under 10 years old. That sounds terrible.
That's what I have.
It's just not for me. You know?
It's not your cup of tea.
I mean, it's great for you.
It's not. Continue.
It's great for you. I'm happy for you.
Continue.
Burble's great. You know? I have a feeling. Oh wait, I've been feeling unheard and not a priority for over a year.
I'm sorry.
Anytime. Well, that's a good run.
Can I pause this?
Sure. You mean like the actual recording?
No, just
or
you.
You mean our...
Just you.
Oh. Okay.
Is this the wife writing it or the husband?
It's the wife.
Got it. Continue. Play.
Because remember, she said her husband cheated.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Did you just play button me?
Yes.
What? I did. The second I do pull up to see like what's going on, that's what's happening. I feel minimized. So this wife has been feeling unheard and not a priority for over a year. Anytime she wants to talk her husband to her husband about what's going on with life or at work, he ignores her. Whenever he talks to her about his work or friends, she always listens, interacts with him regardless whether or not they care.
Right.
Which is,
that's what you're supposed to.
As a spouse, that's your job.
Or as a friend.
Yeah, or a friend. What is that? What are you trying to say, bro? What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to say you just...
It's not in all relationships. Continue.
Got it. Okay. So she says she recently got a promotion at work and he didn't show any excitement. Well, did it come with a raise or was it just a title change? I hate when
a lateral move.
Like you're getting a... Oh god. After this, she started hanging out with a coworker a lot and talking on the phone every night and telling this coworker everything that her husband didn't want to hear. BT dubs, this coworker is a male.
Got it.
Apparently her husband works graveyard. So
it's all these graveyard shifts.
Technically, this wife admits to be at minimum, emotionally cheating on her husband.
Okay.
Even though she claims to never have had any feelings for her coworker. Allegedly. Here's to the last part. So she says that her husband, he found out about this emotional cheating or whatnot and just automatically assumed she was cheating on him. So at that time, before asking her anything or even talking to her, he went out and cheated on her twice with 2 random women.
He was just waiting to do that. He just found an excuse to do it.
After they talked, apparently she explained to her husband why she was on the phone with the coworker and stopped talking to him. 2 months later, that's when her husband had confessed and told her about cheating with the 2 women and why he had done what he did. And she's asking, is she overreacting because she doesn't know what she can do or if she can forgive him? And she's asking if she should just get over it. And this is interested to hear what you have to say about this, dude. Because this one is
I don't think she's overreacting, and I think that he just used that as a reason to go do what he wanted to do. That's why I didn't talk to her.
odds are if he was like randomly just found 2 women to hook up
Yeah.
with, just like that, you just knew 2 women to do
Seems
that with.
weird.
Okay.
Seems
Yeah, little sus.
suspicious.
Was she wrong with what she was doing rather than just talking to her husband
Yeah.
saying, "Hey,
They should have,
can you pay attention for a
for
second?"
sure, they should have both communicated.
But for him to have found that out and then immediately been like, "Fine, you know what? I'm not going to talk to you
Yeah.
about it. I'm not going to confront you or have a like I'm just going to go out and cheat on
Yeah.
you." And then he didn't even tell her, like, coming from a place of like, okay, from guilt or something. Like, no, it was straight up like, "Oh, I found out you didn't do what I thought you did and now I realize I really messed up."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Bad news bears. Love to hear what you guys think. I know we kind of moved from a couple of stories, boom, boom, boom. So we'd love to hear what you think. Comment down below. If you haven't already yet, just hit us with a like. Subscribe if you haven't. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you do, also let us know that, because we can do this again. Trust me, the Reddit is ripe for the taking when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I think this next one's kind of funny. I pulled it just because of the title. That's the only thing I read on these was the titles, for the record. So this is an "Am I wrong for calling my husband useless?"
I'm excited to hear this one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if he's actually useless. So, backstory 5 years ago. Okay, and this is going to be told in their form, whatever they're writing this. So, backstory 5 years ago, this person was offered a job that would require them to travel and it paid well. Discussed it with their husband about quitting their job because they noticed they were depressed and hated their job.
Oh, that's nice.
Their husband was more than happy. Yeah, right? To take care of their infant child at the time and stay home, which makes sense, right? If she's making more money and he's unhappy, he could save money. Why not? So this person said that they did have requirements that he would work on himself and also be helpful when it comes to cleaning the house and taking care of the child, which, well, yeah, if they're quitting their job to be able to do that, then I'm not really sure.
Why do you have to
What's the
say
whole point, right? Yeah. What do you mean? Like, hey, you can't just be unemployed and not care for our child and the house. Like, what? So she says he isn't perfect and she doesn't expect him to be, but she had to refer back to the agreement multiple times while she was traveling for her job. So now that we have the backstory, here's where we are now. She's finally settled on a job and they moved. So husband is still not working because it's hard for him to find work in his field. He hasn't worked much on himself. He's a gamer. Okay. Well, okay, we'll finish this. Hold on. He's a gamer and so am I, but he will focus in on it watching YouTube or Reddit so much that it's infuriating. So this is what she says. I will get off from a long, grueling shift and notice that the washed clothes have been sitting in the washer for hours, dishes are piled up, and our child isn't ready for bedtime. Again, talks to him about the agreement and says he'll do better, and he does for a couple of days, but then goes back. She finally snapped and called him useless and unloaded months of frustration on him. She says she really loves him, but it's getting to be too much. Was she wrong for doing that?
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
You know why?
He just sits there and does nothing all day. I'd be pissed too.
Useless and giving gamers a bad freaking name.
Well, he'd probably be playing them video games instead of doing the laundry.
That's what a gamer is.
Yeah, he's doing that instead of doing laundry.
You think he's sitting there playing Chutes and Ladders?
Monopoly Go? I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about all those mobile games. But yes. No, I don't think you're wrong for calling him useless. I do think you should have. Maybe you are wrong because you should have done it sooner.
What? Called him useless
that.
sooner? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed to try to talk about it.
Someone says, objectively, no, not wrong, but he's your husband and this shouldn't be a fight. So tell him he needs to get back to work or start honoring the agreement. Man, that's too mature for me. I'm sorry. The thing is that I'm also not with an individual who would do that and be that worthless. But if you're going to be that worthless, then you deserve that kind of feedback. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think so too.
Useless. Don't be useless and you won't be called useless. Or, heard something recently about someone being called fat. And like if you are, then I guess, it just is what it is. I accept it. Okay. So this next one is funny. And I also had to look up really quick like what this was exactly, because it's censored. I don't know why they censored the title, but it says, am I overreacting because I broke up with my girlfriend for making fun of my B star LL? What do you think that is? I was like, what?
What?
It was ball.
Oh.
I was like,
You
oh, well,
can't
if you'd
say
done an S, it
ball.
would have made more sense. I don't know.
Why would
That's why I
an
was like,
S
why did he
make more
censor that?
sense?
I don't know. But this individual is asking if they overreacted because they broke up with their girlfriend because she made fun of his ball
Just one?
in front of their friends and family, I guess. So let's see. This is a 26-year-old male. His girlfriend's 27-year-old female. And was at his twin brother's. Why did you do that? Okay, so this guy opens up with, I'm a 26 male, my girlfriend's 27 female, and my twin brother, 26 male. Well,
Well, it could be
it's
a
your twin.
female.
Yeah, but he says twin brother. You didn't have to put their age. Like you already.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's your twin, dude. Can you imagine if he was like twin brother, 24? Like what? So at any rate, his brother's wedding. They went to their wedding. So after the wedding, there was a reception, which is what normally happens. And his girlfriend got drunk, like super wasted. And he says, while he was with his brother, because he was the best man in the ceremony and all of that stuff, they were hanging out. His brother's wife threw the bouquet. His girlfriend caught it. And after she caught it, she sat down with one of their mutual friends and said to them, which he overheard, I'm not sure if I want to get married to one stone. Super loud. Everyone overheard it. Friends, family, all of that.
Funny.
The person says the reason she called me one stone is because I had an accident when I was 20, which made me have one of my balls amputated.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And yeah. And the only one who knows about it is my girlfriend because she was at the hospital with me and my dad. So am I overreacting for breaking up? Well, okay. So if it happened when you were 20, you've been with this girl since then, and you're 26, maybe think about it a little bit.
Right. It's not like they were dating for like a week.
So I'm about to do something out of character for me. But you said that your girlfriend was wasted and she caught the bouquet, and coming from someone not knowing who this girl is, what if she's sarcastic like me? I say the dumbest shit sometimes. All in good fun.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just like joking, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He should have had a conversation with her before, hopefully, to get some context to the situation.
Well, and not only that, like, you've been with this person for 6 years or more, possibly even longer, right? Because that's the only timeline that we have to go off of. I feel like it warrants at least a conversation, which I'm assuming he had. But what difference does it make anyway? Can we all just agree that balls don't matter other than to men?
I think so.
They don't do anything for anyone. Like, I got big balls. It's like, cool. What are you going to do with that? Like, I don't care about that. So at any rate, there's that. And then there is one more I want us to go over today to close out. And this one I have been saving. And again, may or may not be criminal.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, because pet stuff can be. So it is, am I wrong to uninviting my future mother-in-law to my wedding because her actions killed my cat?
Okay.
So long story short, this person is not that close to her mother-in-law. And my future husband is close. So Yeah, it's his mother, so yeah, probably.
Right.
Their wedding is in 6 months.
Okay.
The victim, let's call her, her childhood cat that she's
Whoa.
had for 10 years, strictly indoor. Wait, your childhood cat? How old are you?
Well, cats
For
can
only
live
10
to be like
years?
25.
I understand that. But if she's had it for 10 years and it's her childhood cat, she get it when she was 10 years old and she's 20
Maybe.
or something? I don't know. People should just leave, either include the full timelines of things for your stories or don't put timelines in at all.
Right.
Because I have so many questions. So, strictly indoor cat, only been outside within a netted balcony.
Oh no. Oh, she
Mm.
probably let it out, I'm guessing.
My mother-in-law offered to cat sit while we went away, strongly believed cats should be outdoors.
Well,
Okay,
some
well,
cats
we're
don't
starting
want
off
to be
bad.
outdoors.
We live in a busy suburb next to a highway. Ooh. She lets my cat out. My cat gets hit by a car and dies. Well, that's pretty cut and dry. Okay, so she says, people are telling me that I'm overreacting, but I'm standing my ground. I know future husband is in an awkward position, but I can tell he's choosing her side. I might be emotional enough to just call off the wedding.
So, what was the title of this? She's a jerk for not inviting her mother.
Am I wrong for uninviting her future
Ah.
mother-in-law from her wedding because she killed her
Well,
cat?
she gave her a pretty specific answer, or yeah,
Instructions? Yeah. She did say, "No, no, don't go
yeah,
outside.
and
No,
then
no, 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 no."
she didn't listen.
So
So I would be upset.
I think being upset is absolutely something that should happen and is warranted. Yes, okay. But also, I'm going to be a stickler about marriage here. But if you're planning on marrying someone, the idea is that that is your soulmate. You're going to be married to them for the rest of your life, all of those things. Yes, I believe in divorce. If somebody needs to divorce someone, just do what you need to do. But the idea is going into it, you're not like, well, this will work for the first time. So ideally, this would be her soulmate. That cat's not going to live your full life.
Yeah, but
Like,
I don't know.
I also don't like cats, so I don't know if that's weighing into my opinion
just
here.
think if it was a dog.
Okay, even less time than a cat to
And
live.
then, like, if they didn't get along already, I could see why she takes it as like the mom did it on purpose.
I don't know. If it comes down to like this is going to split up your engagement, then I think it's more of a reflection of what your actual relationship is versus.
And the guy took the mom's side, so that would make me mad too.
Well, it depends. Let's see. Okay, so there was an edit. There's two little edits here. She says, edit, mother-in-law said, I'm sorry, but Kat shouldn't be trapped indoors. She deserves to be able to explore. How was I supposed to know she would get hit by a car? It's unfair for you to decide to cut me off. My son has a say. Okay. Also, this is directly quoted, which I find very strange because it's like, did you remember that verbatim? That's exactly how she said it. Okay, sure. No bias, right? I kind of get what look, the mother-in-law was in the wrong. She should be profusely apologizing. And this woman says that she never actually apologized. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the best route. Like, you know what? I'll get you a new one, kid. Don't worry about it. Like, it's not a scooter, you know? I feel like you can't just make sure it looks exactly like
maybe buy her a scooter.
And then edit 2, she says, I did know how she felt about cats being outdoors. I was reluctant to let her cat sit, but my future husband suggested I give her a chance in an attempt to bond. I thought it was a step in the right direction. Oh,
did they get married?
Well, we don't know. This was actually recently posted.
Oh,
just a couple days ago,
maybe we can keep tabs.
It's I'm gonna say if you're willing to end your engagement over a cat, no matter what, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. My animals are my children. Don't get me wrong. They're over there sleeping right now. What are you guys doing? I think they think I'm still working.
You are in the work.
They get
Yeah.
confused.
They do.
No, I'm in the podcast
Yeah.
nook.
You're right.
You
You're
know,
right. You right.
I got a shelf I can hit my head on. You know,
I hit my head on that shelf all the time and I'm there.
Yep, it's dangerous, but hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the Reddit stories because I did. I think these are hilarious. To be honest, well, some of them. I mean, cats, you know,
Dying. Oh.
being hurt, being
Oops,
excluded,
I
you know,
can't say
but
that
yeah,
word. Right?
yeah, you did. It's okay.
Well, you spelled
word.
it earlier. So, I'm like, are we spelling,
I don't know. Sometimes I don't
blurping,
know.
blurp?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to prematurely blurp everything that we're saying that's inappropriate. No, but yes, no, we are actually going to be back again next week. We think it's probably best if we hold off on sharing what we have planned. I thought that was actually kind of fun, so we could hopefully get some more people back. But Simone, didn't you say you were going to do something this time? Because you said that you were going to, and then yeah, here it is.
I don't recall that, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you haven't already, again, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think of some of these stories, what your thoughts are on some of them. We'd love to hear that. And we really hope. What exactly is going on?
I think like, subscribe, comment below.
Oh, see, I'm not sure that the motions were separated enough for me to understand what was happening. One more time. It's like a secret handshake.
See?
All right, there you go, you guys. Simone did do something special for the goodbye today.
Thank you.
I hope you remember it for next week.
I will.
But yes, like, share, subscribe. Thanks again for everybody stopping by. We'll be back same time next week to start your Monday morning off right. Although most of you watch this in the evenings. So you can watch it at work. Make good use of your time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.